Hi, everybody. This week's magic, we're going to talk about one of my favorites, candle magic. Yep, everybody does it. Everybody loves candles. Candles are easy to get, affordable, and super, super powerful. So, candle magic comes in lots of ways. Starting out with birthday candles, probably from you're 1 year old, you get a candle, you make a wish, and you blow it out. Probably everybody's first ritual, right? Right. So, birthday candles. We have devotional candles in church, in temple. We have on our altars, devotional candles. We have decorative candles. And we have spell candles and ritual candles. Now, there's lots of ways to charge and create and make ritual candles. I'm just going to show you my most popular and fun ways to do it. If you're going to do a candle magic, think of colors that you want. And just like chakra colors and magic colors, everything that you're doing, um, pink is usually love. Red is usually passion and sex. Green could be heart or healing. Purple is getting into spirituality. White candles you could use for everything. Black candles remove negativity. But if your truth is slightly different, work with what is true for you or work with what you have. I'm a big believer in that. Money, ooh, golds and greens and things. So if you're getting a candle, okay, let's say I'm going to do a love or I'm going to do whatever. You could add it to the time of day, like, oh, it's going to be love, so I'll do it on Friday, the day of Venus, or not. It's a full moon. I'm going to do it on the full moon. So if you want to use your candle with a color, do it. And if you don't, do whatever color and say, this is for that. If you get these kind of candles, these 7-day candles are really good because they're safe to keep burning and they don't get wax all over your house unless somebody kicks them over, which I always kick them over. Or you could do the regular carving candles. The one thing that I like to do is when I'm doing a candle is you really have to put your intent in what you're doing. So whether you're carving the candle, so I get my candle out here and you get your little toothpick, or actually a ballpoint pen works. You kind of mess up the pen, the ballpoint, but it's cleanable, and you want to carve what you're doing. Love, money, you're making sigils like dollar signs or whatever it is. You're writing things on the candle. Now, what if you're using one of these kind of candles? You can't write on the candle. Got a Sharpie? You get yourself an indelible pen and you're doing the exact same thing. You're writing words or sigils. I do a lot with sigils. We've had sigil classes before. A sigil is where you're taking the letters and words and turning them into like artwork that no one sees. Here is an example of a sigil on a candle. Now, I didn't draw this. I literally printed it on my printer and stuck it on here because I don't draw that good. But I could have drawn the same thing with a Sharpie. This says all sorts of magical things that you guys can't specifically read, but they're empowered with it. So you're getting the magic from the sigil that you're creating itself. You could look up spare sigil, or we'll talk about that one. Osmond Spare created a sigil where you take all the words and then you turn them into a thing. But you might just want to make hearts and dollar signs. And I like to sign my candle or put my initials on it. So here's my magic. Here's what I'm doing. And then I sign it. Patti, this is my magic candle. If you're doing the kind of candle where you set in a jar, you could work with herbs and all sorts of things you're putting into it. If you're working with this kind of candle and you want to add some herbs, you want to add some mugwort, you want to add some things for money, put in a little platter under it and put the herbs around the candle. You could also sprinkle some on it. I usually in any kind of candle, I make a hole, I make a well, and I take anything from my dowsing rod and I go deep into it. You're making a well deep into it. And I will pour some of the oils that I'm working with. Love oil, money oil. Ooh, I need a little mint for whatever it is that I'm doing. And you pour it in. When you're charging your wick, again, wicks are magic. You're working with all the elements here. What I do is I oil it and I take I'm using, again, love oil, money oil, a specific deity oil. I put oil on my fingers and I stroke it 3 times up. 1, 2, 3. And the whole way you are putting your wish into it. So no, maybe you've had it drawn. Maybe you wanted to oil it up a little, a common way. Again, with the oil, you are rubbing your wishes. Remember, mind, body, spirit. And spell working is creation, working, dispatch. I'm going to do a love candle. I'm going to do a money. You're rubbing the oil into it before or after the Sharpie, or no Sharpie at all. A lot of people use glitter. A lot of people use glitter. There's ways to do the glitter within the oil because glitter calls in energy. energy. I put a little glitter on the top or a little bit of incense on the top. So you're going to have this real pretty candle. And again, if you're not getting that artsy, or some of us stay away from glitter because it gets everywhere, again, you can always set words and letters on a little piece of paper under your candle. Now, the most important part to me in charging a candle, whether you've set your sacred space, and now I'm doing this, is you have to put your life force and breath into it. So I will charge a candle. I'm like, you know me and my wiggle, I'm charging. And then what did I just do? Did I spit in my candle? Sort of. I put, not a big spit, but you're literally putting my wishes and my life force right into that candle right there. Remember, your breath is your pneuma. It's your life force. The moisture in your breath is your free will. You've just, I'm putting love, I'm putting money, whatever it is. You've got it. So again, whether you're charging it and you're holding it up and you go, whatever you're doing, and then you light your candle. Once your candle is lit, a lot of people, you just light it until it goes away. A lot of people don't want to leave a candle burning if they go away. Now, if you have to put it out, that's okay. And actually, there are some spells that I say burn it twice a day, every day. Or my weight loss candle, it's like you have to light your candle every single time you eat. You can't keep it going because you'd have a million candles going. You snuff it out. You never blow out a magic candle, a ritual candle, or working candle. You snuff it. If you blow it out, it's kind of, you've sent the wish off and the magic is done. Doesn't mean it's not going to work. But if you want to keep relighting it or going, you snuff it out. Looking cool, you either lick your fingers and you go like this, but when it gets low, you can't do that. You use a candle snuffer, of course, or you just literally put something that blocks the oxygen and the candle goes out. That means it is still a working candle. And then when you go back to light it, maybe the next day, or you're doing 10 minutes a day meditation with this spell candle, the wick is hungry to be relit. The wick is hungry to be relit. I could have one candle going for an entire month, doing it a morning little ritual or an evening ritual. So remember, it's what you put into it. And you can get beautiful candles. House of Intuition makes beautiful candles. Beeswax candles. You can get dollar store candles and everything in the middle. So you can make your own candles if you're real artsy and craftsy. But remember, we're working with all the elements here. The wax is the earth element, and the fire and air takes together. The moisture, again, is you're breathing into it. You're putting your life force into it. So lots of ways to do it, but these are really simple, really powerful ways. Go do some candle magic, won't you? That's your magic for today.